Hillary Clinton also held several events today and at two rallies. First Lady Michelle Obama campaigned for her. At the first one in Philadelphia, the First Lady weighed in on the birther movement.
People had all kinds of questions about what kind of President Barack would be. Things like, does he really understand us? Will he protect us? And then, of course, there are those who questioned and continue to question for the past 8 years whether my husband was even born in this country. And let me say, hurtful, deceitful questions deliberately designed to undermine his presidency, questions that cannot be blamed on others or swept under the rug by an insincere sentence uttered at a press conference.
That, of course, a dig at Donald Trump, who said finally, after saying otherwise for quite a long time, that President Obama was indeed born here in this country. Our nightly political panel is back. The Weekly Standard's Fred Barnes and NPR's Mara Lassen. Well, this issue, Trump tried to put an end to this issue. It was part of the debate, and here it is again. And the critics of Mr. Trump and others like to say that the birther idea is racist. Is it racist?
She didn't say that.
No,
Michelle
she didn't
Obama
quite
didn't
say that. She
What
didn't.
it did do, I don't necessarily think it's racist. What it did, though, was it definitely undermined the legitimacy of President Barack Obama by suggesting that he wasn't constitutionally qualified to be president.
Eligible.
And they kept on doing it even after he produced his long-form birth certificate. And, you know, up until just even this year, Donald Trump, who supposedly put it to rest in that press conference, brought it up again, was asked about it, but didn't apologize for it, and instead of backing away from it, blamed it on Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, I don't think this issue helped Donald Trump in any way, but
in fact, I don't know if Michelle Obama would be talking about it if she didn't think it hurt him.
Yes, and I don't know that it hurt him, but it's an issue now that the Democrats want to use. Hillary does. Mrs. Obama does as well, because they think it will help with that one group we've been talking about so much, that's African Americans. When you say it's a racist thing that he did, then that's the group you're aiming at. Now, I don't think it's racist at all. It's not a question. The whole birther thing is not a matter of race. It's a matter of nationality, of where he was born, whether he was a citizen or not. Now, look, I'm not blaming Obama for this, but I've always wondered why it took so long for him to release his birth certificate. Now, maybe he realized that this is going to hurt these people raising this, and to some extent it has hurt Donald Trump. He should have just cut it. I mean, when the birth certificate showed up,
you're talking about Trump.
I'm talking about Trump. When the birth certificate appeared, he should have said, "Okay,
that was
I'm
in 2011."
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
Well, so does this persist? I mean, the issue seems to have been so utterly laid to rest, even by Trump's own words.
I don't know if it was laid to rest by Trump's own words. There were 31 words grudgingly said, yes, okay, I want to. Then later he said, I only said it because I wanted to move on and talk about other things.
The campaign, right.
Yes.
So
he didn't actually say it was proven in 2011. He's never explained why he talked about it after 2011 for years and years.
Right. That's for sure.
He kept it going.
Look,
and now it seems to me that the people who are keeping it going are the...
Yes, because what it says to African Americans was Donald Trump created his career. He entered presidential electoral speculation on the back of birtherism. He was the biggest birther there was.
Yeah, is that really fair, though?
And that really, he was the biggest birther there was.
Well, I know that, but is it fair to say that's what launched his career? Because he's been, in cycle after cycle, he would walk up...
When he was flirting the first time, back in 2011 with it...
But he flirted before. He flirted with the presidency.
He flirted before, but...
several cycles back.
Yes, but the most recent episode... But look, in the African American community, this is a really big affront. And of course they're using it to gin up enthusiasm because they need to. As you saw earlier, she's having trouble putting together the Obama coalition, and they're going to do anything they can.
What about her chances of doing that,
I don't
Fred?
think his problem, and I don't think it's that the African American community so much is waiting for Trump to say something, but the media certainly is. And here's what they want him to say. They want to say, I was wrong, I apologize to President Obama. You know, we've been through this before. This thing happened, well, some of us can remember back to 1980 when President Carter was making these outlandish statements about Ronald Reagan, and the press, it's hard to believe now, but the press finally made him stop doing that and somewhat apologized for having been too mean to Ronald Reagan. Really, I'm not making this up. I'm old enough.
Donald Trump is
Yeah,
not
you-
going to apologize. As he said, to apologize, you have to be wrong. And he
Yeah.
doesn't admit that
Oh,
he's
yeah.
wrong.
It's got to be both of those.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay, thanks to both of you.